Hi, everyone. It's Jenny. We're going to actually do a HIIT practice for the core today. It's going to be amazing. So just a couple of quick things. We are going to be incorporating wall holds. So we will be upside down on a wall. If that's not comfortable for you, feel free to just do a downward facing dog and hold that. Another thing that you can do is potentially dropping down into downward dog onto your forearms into more of like a dolphin pose hold. That could be also useful if going upside down is just not going to work out for you today. So no worries. The point is just to kind of keep going no matter what, because again, high intensity interval training means we're not stopping until the thing is done. So I do also have behind me, just FYI, I do have a yoga block. So if you have a yoga block or even a pillow at home, that'll be really useful. I also have a couple of different weights, hand weights. So I do have some heavier weights because we're going to be doing some different kinds of squats today. And then I also have lighter weights because we're going to be doing some bicep curls. Okay. So grab those things and we'll get started. So let's come on up to the top edge of your mat for Samasthiti. We're going to head into our warm up. Good. I'll just take a moment to relax the shoulders. And before going anywhere, let's just bring your right ear to your shoulder just to stretch the neck. And then the left ear to the shoulder to stretch. And doing it again, right ear to shoulder. And left ear to shoulder. We'll do one more, right ear to shoulder. And left ear to shoulder. Pick up the head, chin to the sky, inhale. Chin toward chest, exhale. Again, inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And bring it back to center, bring the chin, turn the whole head to the right, stretch like you're taking a twist. And head to the left like you're taking a twist. And back over to the right like you're twisting. And over to the left. And one more time, over to the right. And over to the left. Good, and come on back to center. Let's take some shoulder circles forward and up. Inhale, exhale, melt them down. And again, inhale, pick it up. Exhale, drop the shoulders one more time. Inhale, and exhale, drop them. So we are going to take a hold of either opposite wrists or interlaced fingers just to open across the chest. So try not to stick out the butt and push the chest forward. Instead, tuck under and lift the heart high to the sky. Just a few more cycles of breath. Take a nice last inhale, really squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale, release. Good Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Here we go. Inhale, stretch up nice and tall. And exhale, let's fold. Just take a moment to relax your head at the bottom. And inhale, let's lift halfway, push the chest forward like you're coming into a back bend and fold, exhale. Let's step it on back, one leg at a time to your plank. Take a nice inhale and exhale, lower all the way to the floor. And just a really easy cobra. Inhale, bring the shoulder blades close, lift up the chest. And exhale, use your core, lift the hips to downward dog. You can always take table pose and some cat and cow to warm up further. Wherever you're at, just move around. Let's breathe for 1, 2, 3. I do have a timer set today. 4, because a lot of things we're doing are going to be done in 60-second increments. And on 5, let's go ahead and look forward. You can walk your way on up to your hands. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Then exhale, the arms by your side. Let's take it same pace. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale to bow forward. Inhale, pick it up halfway. And fold, exhale, we'll step it back. One leg once again at a time. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, lower to the ground. Cobra or upward dog, inhale. Squeeze core, down dog, exhale. Good. Again, maybe drop down the knees. You can do cat and cow. You can take a child's pose, whatever you need to do. Just take a moment to settle into your breathing. We're going to do some pretty quick pace movements here coming up, so I just want to make sure the body's feeling adequately prepared for that. Now let's go ahead and look forward, make your way on up to your hands. Halfway rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, stretch tall. And exhale, arms by your sides. Good, so we're going to take some Jenny Soul Yoga, Surya Namaskar Bs, really warming up the body, getting lateral and linear. Here we go. Find your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pick it up halfway. Exhale, fold, step or jump it on back. Lower halfway or all the way. Press into your back bend, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Right leg to the sky, breath in and breath out. Dog at the fire hydrant. Yes, open that hip. Inhale, rise the leg nice and tall, straighten the leg. Exhale, step forward, warrior one, round your back heel. Inhale, come up. And warrior two, step it out. Inhale, find a peaceful warrior, right arm high. Exhale, find extended side angle, stretch into the left side of your body. Pick it back up, inhale, peaceful warrior, and exhale, spiral down to the floor. We'll step back to plank, lower down. Inhale, press into your back bend. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, dog at the fire hydrant. Really stack that hip open. Inhale, lift the leg nice and tall. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Kick it out. Inhale, left arm high for peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle to stretch into the right side of your body. Inhale, pick it all the way back up. Exhale, spin down to the floor. Step back and lower down. Inhale, press into your back bend. Exhale, lift to downward dog. Take a nice inhale, open your armpits. Exhale it out. We'll look forward, step or jump on up to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Let's forward fold from here, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, step or jump, lower down. Use your fingertips to lower. Press into your up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, dog at fire hydrant. Inhale, rise the leg. Warrior one, step through. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe go a little deeper. Inhale, peaceful warrior, lift. Exhale, spiral down. Step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, press into your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, dog at fire hydrant. Inhale, rise the leg. Warrior one, exhale. Inhale, lift. Warrior two, let's open. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe go a little deeper. Inhale, pick it back up. Exhale, spiral down. Step back. Lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Down dog, exhale. Take a nice inhale, open your armpits, really stretch them out. And exhale, bend your knees. Let's look forward, step or jump on up to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, inhale. And exhale, let's forward fold. So one more time with the cycle. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Step or jump, lower down. Inhale into your upward dog. Exhale, push to downward. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, dog at fire hydrant. Inhale, rise the leg. Warrior one, exhale. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back up, peaceful. Exhale, spiral down. Step back and lower down. Inhale, press to back bend. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, dog at fire hydrant. Inhale, kick up the leg. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, peaceful, lift back up. Exhale, spiral down. Step back and lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Down dog, exhale. Take a nice inhale, open your arms. Exhale, bend your knees. We'll look forward, step or jump on up. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees back to chair pose. Take an inhale and exhale, standing for Samasthiti. Good, so we're gonna take it to the wall. First wall hold, so feel free to adjust your clothing, however you need to. We're gonna kick up for 60 seconds. I will tell you when 30 seconds has passed in case you need to come down. You can always come down and kick it back up again, or you can just come down and rest, okay? So let's prepare. Make sure your hands are shoulder width distance. And lift. Remember, you can always just do downward facing dog, no problem. So this is the first one. Because we're focusing on core, we really want to squeeze the outer thighs in toward each other. And see if you can pull the low belly in nice and strong. And it might be a little discombobulating here, but that's okay. Just take a moment to feel it. And try to straighten your arms as much as possible as you push through your fingertips. Good, we're at 30 seconds. So just take a little bit more time, perhaps, if you can. Notice how it feels. I am relying on the wall to stay up here because I'm really trying to squeeze my bum, squeeze a low belly, straightening the arms to the best of my ability. We have 10 seconds left. Well, come on down. Take a moment to roll out your hands. And just lift halfway, inhale, and exhale, fold. We'll inhale, come on up, stretch, and exhale, Samasthiti. We're going to take 1 full minute into cardio mode, and cardio mode for this moment is going to be a jog in place. So prepare, let's just start light. And begin, full on jog. So listen, when you're jogging, see if you can just, shift from one side to the other. And then see if you can engage your arms while you're doing this. So using your arms when you're running is actually a really effective hack. It's a good technique because then you're not just overly relying on your legs to do all the work. It's much like everything else we try to do in this practice. We try to also engage other muscle groups so that way not one muscle group is kind of overly taxing. So, being here for just about 30 more seconds. Can you also feel your core engaging? It's a really good time to practice your ujjayi breath. And let's slow it down. That was a full minute. I'm checking my list. Oh, we got a 60-second plank hold from here. So let's drop on down to your plank. You can always have your knees on the floor. Let's prepare and begin. Feel free to add some push-ups on your knees if you want to. I'm going to skip the push-ups today, at least for the purposes of this activity. But I am going to squeeze my bum. So as you squeeze your bum, squeeze the thighs together, have a strong protracted shoulder assertiveness to the upper shoulder girdle. And feel free to rock a little bit side to side. Just feeling your core. This first little bit is actually quite difficult. There's just a lot going on with it. So just noticing if it starts to get challenging, feel free to take a rest at any time. We have 5 more seconds, we can do it. Good, let's take an upward dog. Nice inhale, stretch. And downward facing dog, exhale. We're going to do it back into cardio. So look forward, step or jump, halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, and Samasthiti Hi. So we're gonna take punch jacks. 60 seconds, begin. Try to engage your butt, if you can. Engage your core. Engage your arms. Don't just flail around in space. I know it sounds easier said than done because, you know, moving your arms up and down in this way can actually feel like you're just kind of flinging them around. But just see if you can actually engage. Engage. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Keep going. You got it. Have a little fun with it. It can be kind of goofy sometimes, I know that. But this is how we get through these things. Having a little more fun than normal. We have 15 seconds left. I think a wall hold is next. So let's try to have as much fun as possible right now. All right. Bring it down to a light jog. I have a little bit of a scratchy throat, so I might stop to drink a little water. We're going to prepare for that wall hold. Another 60 seconds. You just find your downward facing dog, let your head melt. Again, feel free to take dolphin pose or downward dog instead of wall hold. Let's begin. Squeezing thighs together. Squeeze the bum. Drawing low belly in. It's easier said than done, I know. For 30 seconds, feel free to take a little child's pose and kick it back up again to make it a full 60. We got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Roll out your wrists. Awesome. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Good, so we are gonna head into one more bit of cardio. We're just gonna pretend like we have a jump rope. If you have a jump rope, you can use it. I don't, so in any case, we're gonna prepare. And just pretend, like go ahead, we'll hang out on the playground. We're jump roping. You can jump with both feet. You get fancy and double jump, which means you're probably jumping a little higher. You can jump from one foot to the next. I used to love jump roping, not only when I was little, but also for a form of working out. The jump ropes that are for adults nowadays, though, are plastic. It's really hard to find one that's not plastic, and they do hurt your feet, so you do have to have shoes on. I've just learned that from experience. Okay, 15 seconds left. Try to squeeze your core as you're jumping, so that way you don't compress your low back. Good, little jog. Just bring it down a hard notch. All right, so we're gonna move into a little side plank work on each side. Come on down if you need a quick sip of water. I'm gonna take one. We're gonna do some side planks though. So side planks, I have 60 seconds on each side. So we wanna honor that. Okay, if you need a supported side plank, by all means, feel free to do that. Let's go ahead and prepare and begin. Just choosing a side is cool. 60 seconds on each side is actually quite a lot. So if you need to drop down, come down to the elbow, do what you need to do to make this work for you. Maybe upper arm past your ear just to give it a little bit more of a stretch. It's kind of more of like a yoga stretch here. I actually really feel this on my rib cage. the stretch with the arm past the ear. So squeeze the bum to really get the core workout and draw the low belly in as always. Easier said than done to draw the low belly in. We have 15 more seconds. We're simply just going to switch sides when we do the other side. So just take a couple more cycles of breath here to prepare for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides and begin. Keep lifting up. Make sure you're breathing, steadying your drishti, focusing in on your obliques, lifting really tall and squeezing your thighs together. We have 10 more seconds here. We're moving to squats next. So grab your bicep curl sized hand weights, or just think about that. Let's come to center. We'll lift into downward dog. And walk on forward. Take a nice inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Good, so like I said, bicep weight work here, but we're gonna be doing squats. So whatever your weight size is great. 60 seconds though is a lot. So get into your squat, toes point out, and begin. You might go slow like me. If you want to go faster, I'll leave it up to you. Squat and curl. Ideally, you're squeezing your core on the way down and up. Squeezing your bum at the top. I like to lift and spread my toes. It helps me to feel more secure and foundationally oriented in my whole body. We're at 30 seconds already. Make it really about your core here. It is easier said than done. You can squat a little deeper if you'd like. You can go a little faster if you want to. I'm really working the slowness these days with these sorts of techniques. All right, let's put it down. That was a full minute. What's next? Oh, yes. So, oh my, we've got another wall hold. I think this is the last one in the sequence. So let's just play with the wall hold one more time. Again, down dog, dolphin. You can crawl your legs up the wall and dolphin if you want. Let's set it up. And begin. So if you're getting tired, this is probably, kind of an awkward moment. It is a little bit for me. My arms are a little tired. My back is a little tired. I'm not sick, but I just have a scratchy throat, so it's kind of inhibiting my deeper breathing technique that I can usually get into. We are at 30 seconds. Feel free to come down and take a little child's pose. I am actively trying to squeeze my thighs together, push the ground away and reach for the ceiling through the lifted foot. I am trying to use my core. It's easier said than done, especially when I'm talking. We got 15 seconds left. Five, four, three, two, and one. All right, come on down. Roll out your wrists. That was super fun. Okay. All right, let's see what's next. We have, oh yes, deadlifts with a really heavy weight, okay? So not really heavy, but your weight for squats, so to speak. So deadlifts, with hand weights are pretty interesting. The typical deadlift is kind of a squat stance with a barbell, but we don't have barbells. So at home, we use hand weights. We are going to take our core, pull it in, and lean forward as we drop down the free weights towards your shin bones and squeeze your core to lift back up, okay? So let's do it for 60 seconds. I'm just waiting for my timer to get there. Good. And let's begin. Bring it down and squeeze it. Bring it down and squeeze. Bring it down. This is really supposed to be about your core. So squeeze into the low belly. Pit of the belly all the way down. Pit of the belly all the way up. Squeeze your butt. You got it. 30 seconds left. If you have really heavy weights, you'll probably feel a lot more in your core, which is good. We're going there. The point, of course, is to make sure your low back doesn't do the work, which is why using your core is so important. Good. Let's take them down. All right. We're going to do something called a one-leg deadlift. Now, these are really challenging, but they're kind of fun. I'm going to shift this way so you can see. You're going to take your bicep curl weight into your right hand. And we're going to take your other hand on your hip. Step back with right foot and lean forward with that leg up and your arm hanging down, and then slowly come back up, okay? And we're gonna try that 60 seconds. It's really hard on one leg. We're just gonna try it, okay? So let's prepare. We'll stay on the right side for now. Root into your left side. Just make sure you're breathing, because these are fun. If you fall out, just take your time. Make sure that you're smiling and don't fall too hard, okay? Here we go. Right leg. And just, how many can you do in 60 seconds? Think about like warrior 3 technique. Think about how you have to push back your lifted foot to get horizontal to the floor before coming back up. Again, they're not easy. You can always hang on to a chair or a wall with your opposite hand. Much like the deadlifts, these really want to be about your core. So pull it in, even though you're engaging your legs. We have 30 seconds already. One-legged deadlifts. We have 10 more seconds already, so let's see how it goes. One more. Good, let's switch sides. Here we go, set it up. And begin. One side might feel very different than the other, much like any balancing posture in the yoga practice that we might do. And 60 seconds, feel free to hang onto a wall or a chair. Use that activity of your lifted leg. Really try to drive the power from your low belly. Squeeze it in. The slower you go, the better it is for your core overall. You can feel a little bit more stabilized. We have 20 seconds left. And more seconds. Take one more. Good. Let's drop those things. All right. So let's take a quick vinyasa, the top edge of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, step or jump. We'll lower down. Inhale, press into your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Good. So we're going to take a supported side plank next, but the upper leg is going to lift and lower. It is a 60-second process. Please feel free to just kind of chill if it starts to get too tiresome. Here we go, plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop one leg. We'll spin open. Prepare. Lifted leg. Okay? And here we go. Up and down. 60 seconds. So your core comprises in all of these different working muscle groups all the way around in the middle of your body. It is your outer hips, it is your outer thighs, your inner hips and groin, your transverse abdominis, which is the big muscle that wraps all the way around underneath everything, holding us in. We still have 30 seconds. Of course, pelvic floor, so it's easier said than done to find that, right? But maybe it works out for you better than me. We have 20 more seconds. And more seconds. These are a killer, right? Good. Come to center. Let's take a few cat and cows. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll prepare for other side. Take one more cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale. Let's switch to other side. Here we go. Begin. Lifted leg and go. So whole core, everything from the outside inward. Pushing those fingertips. I have a nice little twist and pigeon for us to do here in just a moment. We are winding down our practice. We have 30 seconds left. Notice what leg is getting tired first. For me, it's my low leg. We have 15 seconds. We can do it. 4, 3, 2, and 1 to center. So listen, let's sit down for a moment. Kick your knees so they point towards your left. We're going to go ahead and twist to your left. Take time with your knees just to facilitate that directionality so that you can adequately lift your chest. Pushing into the hands to spin the chest open a little bit. And we're going to turn this into a 60-second pigeon. Okay, so inhale, come up, and exhale, kick that leg back behind and enter into your pigeon. So just a 60-second hold, just so we can really adequately get into a little bit of a stretch for the outer hips and the piriformis, and maybe through extension on that right leg as well. Like I said, we're kind of slowing down at this point. There are a few other things that'll also be kind of awesome here moving forward, but just make sure you're giving yourselves adequate time to just chill. 20 more seconds on this side. Good, let's slowly come up, take a nice inhale. And exhale, we're gonna switch legs. So sitting back, however you can, we're gonna switch so the knees point to the right, and let's take that twist. pushing into the hands as much or as little as needed, just so you can adequately twist open. Maybe you feel the outer hip stretching here. I know I do. Maybe it's happening more in your rib cage. It's happening for me too. Maybe it's happening more somewhere else. You're the determinant of this whole thing. So just check in, be curious, and twist a little deeper just for a few more cycles of breath. Take an inhale, look forward, and exhale, sliding into your pigeon. On this side, I am gonna just switch sides, just so I have access to the stop clock over here, and feeling free to drop into a nice forward fold. 60 seconds on this side. Just relaxing the mouth and the jaw. Getting into that rotation for the right hip now. Maybe you feel the extension through the left hip too. It's interesting how things are always shifting and changing in terms of the inner landscape of the muscle contractions and, the hangers on to stress. Sometimes my hips feel loosey-goosey, other days they're so tight that I can hardly move. It's so interesting. I think that's one thing yoga teaches us, is just how to pay attention. Otherwise, we wouldn't pay attention. Good. So we're going to go ahead and come on up. Take a nice inhale and exhale it out. Release it. So with the legs up front now, we're going to lower onto our back and we're going to take the Pilates 100, but we're going to do it in 50 pulse increments. So 2 of them. Okay. It'll probably take us about a full minute to do 50. We'll see. So the Pilates 100 is literally like a bridge pose shape for legs, lifting the chest off the floor and just pumping the arms 50 times. You just want to be careful of your neck, okay? So for me, it's really useful to lift my rib cage off the floor as much as I can, look up at the ceiling, and here we go to 50. 1, just pumping those arms. 10, squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs. 20, 30, 40, and 50. Tap your right heel with your hand and then tap your left heel. So 10 each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your butt. 5. Squeeze your thighs. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to come down, grab your yoga block or your pillow, and we'll take bridge pulses. Okay, so squeeze the block between your thighs. And we're going to take 20. Okay, we're going to do a circuit of this. So go ahead and lift up into bridge. If you want to interlace fingers and that works for you, take it on. Otherwise, feel free to omit that part. But do push the shoulders into the floor and squeeze that block like crazy. Squeeze your butt. Okay, here we go. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Hold it up there for 5, 4, squeeze that block. 3, 2, last inhale, and exhale, come on down. So release the block. We are going to go back to the Pilates 50, so set it up. And here we go, squeeze into your center. 1, 10, 20, maybe lift your butt off the floor a little bit. 30, 40, and 50. Tap and tap. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep squeezing your butt. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come on down. Grab that block. Here we go. 20 more hip bridges. Lift, interlace if it works, and squeeze your butt. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up for 5, 4. Squeeze that block. 3. That's where the power is. 2. And 1. Come on down. All right, people. Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's relax. Feet together, knees apart. Big inhale. Long exhale. 60 seconds. If you have your hands on your heart and belly, maybe switch which hand is on the heart and the belly, just to notice the difference there. We're going to take it into supine twist in just a moment. So make sure that whenever you move the low half of the body, especially when you're kind of in restful mode, that you're using your core, because that really helps to decrease the strain in your lumbar spine and your low back muscles. Squeeze your core, take the legs on over to one side, ground the opposite shoulder. 60 seconds here to see if you can relax the body so that something can unravel. We'll have 20 seconds, maybe evolve it a little bit, just see how it goes. We're just working on a little bit of relaxation, just to slow everything down. Again, use your core to take the legs on over to the other side. My timer is going to go off the second this side is complete. And when that happens, you can choose either to rest in a nice Shavasana, or you can just kind of use this as your decompression time. And move about your day as soon as we're finished with this. I do like the idea of a Shavasana. Sounds lovely, especially after all those wall holds. And certainly because we did a lot of core today, please be cautious. Do drink lots of water today just to flush it all out, and pay attention to your low back. If you do this video a couple times a week for the next few months, your core will really feel a lot stronger. Your body will feel a lot stronger. The functional strength involved in this particular kind of a practice is pretty astronomical for most people. So, just play with things to the best of your ability, and just give yourself space to be wherever you need to be. This being a little bit of a longer format today, perhaps this is, kind of your day a few times a week. Like I said, this is like the solo workout because it's a 40-minute long workout or so. But if you have time to go for a walk today, or if you have time to dance today, or go for a hike, or even go for a jog, That's always a nice way to sort of like cap out all of these movement orientations. And just to give yourself a little more, but by all means, we did a lot of cardio in this today, so feel free to skip that kind of stuff too. So when you're ready, you can bring everything back to center. If you want a little happy baby, feel free to go there. It's a nice way to just relax. Just letting out the softness that might be feeling like it's taking over. Just embracing whatever is. And again, feel free to take a rest in Shavasana or simply make your way on up to a seat. Wherever you're at today, just giving yourselves a little bit of gratitude. And typically we would set an intention at the beginning of our practice, but now that we've finished, an intention might feel a little more reachable. So the intentionality today perhaps is something that can help you move into your world with grace, with dignity, with compassion. And of course, as always, with the self-love and care that you show yourself each time you show up. So thank you so very much for being here today. I'll see you soon. Namaste. Thank you. I'll see you soon.